Hey, all you zealots and zerglings, it's time for Game 2 of this 2v2 action here on Deadlock Ridge. Game 1 was super exciting, although I have to say the Game 2 is not live cast like Game 1 was because I couldn't stick around for Game 2, but these guys wanted a rematch. As you know, in Game 1 there was all sorts of expansions, sniping, and armies slaughtering until finally just a huge fleet of battlecruisers just wiped everything else off the map. But we are out at Game 2. For Game 1 was random races. Game 2, they're like, let's see what happens if we pick our races. So that's what we're going to have. The maps the same, the teams are the same, the races are a bit differently. Then we've got Contrarian, or as he's now being known, Contraclone, as the green Protoss. And once again, his ally Spartan as the pink Terran. And they're going to be going up against, here on the north side of the ridge, Dunamai as the blue Zerg. And his ally, Bocephus, formerly known as Wolfpack, as the yellow Protoss. I'm super excited to see how this goes. Everyone's got their preferred races, and we're going to see if that's going to make a difference in this matchup. It was very close last time. Never quite sure who's going to win. A lot of mistakes, a lot of good play. And we're going to have an early scout here. And does Contrarian have a forge coming up? No, he's not tends to not to be one to cannon rush. So I guess we don't have to worry about expecting that. And he's going to meet Bocephus' probe heading on the way out, and they're just going to nod and move along, and gateway there, so not going to be any sort of cannon rush play here for Bocephus either. And do we have the pool down yet for Dunamai? No, he's probably going to, looks like he is going to be going for that expansion on 15, and drone arriving just a little bit ahead of making that hatchery, but pretty spot on if you ask me. I don't usually hit him that good. But it does take a little practice because travel times to bases are going to vary on, especially on team maps. That everything's crazy on team maps. You never know where your second base is going to be. Sometimes you can't even get a third. And we'll see if this looks like he's going to be scouting around looking for any pesky pylons. I think. Well, there's not going to be any pylons right there, so I don't know what that accomplished. And he's going to spot the expansion. He's going to know there's not going to be any early threat of lings. And he's got his first gate going down. And Spartan's going to be trying a bit of a wall off, but no early links, so they don't have to worry about that. And where are those Marines going? Whoa! Oh, he's gonna do some early pressure on this. It's kind of far away, and he's gonna 2-rax this pressure, maybe. But I don't know if he wants to send the Marine out right away. There will be a Zealot out here, and is the Zealot going to be? The Zealot will be able to defend a little bit, but this Marine can cause a little bit of damage early on. And if he can get some reinforcements, but his reinforcements are a little far out. If you wanted to go for 2-rax, I don't know, maybe you need to start that second rax a little earlier if you could. I don't know. I'm not sure how early you can get that second rax up, because obviously he needs to get the supply depot up and maybe cut some SCVs to get it out. I'm not really sure. And oh no, he's going to decide to pull back. Maybe he is going to wait for those reinforcements. The hatchery is done. Mining has begun. The Queen's starting. The Queen could really affect how this attack goes, because the Marines aren't going to have a lot of reinforcements on the way, and it looks like, no, he's just going to be pressuring with these 2 Marines and seeing what he can do. Queen's only halfway done, so he might get a little damage on the hatchery, but he might be able to snipe those drones. I would suggest sniping the drones. Yeah, go for it right for those drones, because that's about all you're going to be able to get right there, and you might want to do a little bit of micro, or, well, no, maybe not. Did he get any damage on those? Yeah, it took 1 hit to that Marine, but he's going to take all those, and now he's got to get out of there. He's got to get out of there, but, oh, runs into a cliff, and, oh, don't stop! Oh, and the Marine that had more health is going to die, and he's just got to get home. Run! Oh, those are the Zealots are, yeah, they're going to just give up. He's going to try to get home. And I don't know, 3 drones for a Marine, I'd say that's pretty good considering Dunamai's going for an econ build. Granted, he does have 2 Queens, so he can replace those drones pretty quick. But is he going for some Zerglings now? It looks he's going for a Roach Warren and Ling speed. So kind of giving up on the econ a bit early, I think. He just got the second base up. He wants to keep putting money into drones, I think. And he does have the larva for it, so let's get those drones going. I'm not sure what he's up to right now. Scouting with those lings, perhaps? I don't know. And we got a bigger Marine force here, so... Ooh, and fast lair? Ooh, I don't know if I like this. He might be going for some early roach upgrades, which the second gas kind of implies that, but he went for 2 base, so I don't no, he might have. I think he might have got this hatch a bit too early for that. And the Marines are here, and a little bit of micro, he can probably take out those. Oh, but the Zerglings are going to come in, and they're going to do a lot of damage to those Zerglings. And the Zerglings were left hanging dry, but did take out a lot of those Marines. And going to warp in another Zealot. And oh, these Marines are pretty much trapped now. They don't have any way of getting out of there. And Queens. Oops, I'm trying to click on that. Yeah, Queens and Marines now have the same range with that range upgrade. And Force Field, I don't know what that Force Field was about, so I don't know about that attack. He threw away a lot of Marines, and I don't think that one was worth it at all. Got himself trapped in there. And now we've got Bocephus going with an expansion right now. It looks like Contrarian's already got his expansion up. We haven't really seen what he's up to just yet. Oops, misclicked there. And looks like he's got a couple gates up. Just finished that work gate technology. And going for, ooh, 4 gate. Ooh, is he going for fast blink stalkers maybe? Or is he going for fast charge lots? I think, what would be better here? They aren't really sure what the unit composition did. We got links here, so charge lots might not be a bad idea. Although you don't really need charge for that. And, ooh, wow, we've already got Templar Archives coming up here for Bocephus. I didn't even see the Twilight Council going down, so he's going to be going for fast Templars, I guess, to use against those Marines. They haven't seen what Contrarian's planning to build yet, but Psystorm not usually the greatest against Protoss. And here comes a big Link Force, going to scout that expansion. There's nothing there, but I don't think they can take this on. And ooh, are they going to try to skirt around and hit the expansions? It looks like they are, which, bad unit positioning. They are not in a position to defend their expansions. And it looks like Spartan is going to lose this. Well, oh, no, it looks like they're going to try to pick off some workers. And, oh, they found a juicy supply of workers. Contrarian's going to have to pull them off the line. Are they going to go for the Nexus? They're going to try to chase down the workers. Throwing down another Nexus. I think he kind of misplaced that Nexus, though. And, oh, Spartan is trying to go where they were and not where they are. But it looks like they're going to force them off without too many losses. And Psystorm is researching now. And we got Stim Pack and, ooh, Concussive Shells just finishing up for Spartan. And those Lings, I don't think those Lings did much, although they did delay some mining here. And I think they did for this Nexus does not look properly placed. Correct me if I'm... No, this thing has got to be moved over 1 or 2 hexes. There's no way this Nexus has been placed properly. And probably because he threw it up in haste. I don't know. He looks like he's gonna content to let it finish and be misplaced. And throwing down a couple of forges. Not sure about the placement. If you wanted to use them sort of as a wall, you might want to kind of move them down to kind of actually block this entrance. And it looks like the Lings are going to poke in for another attack, but it doesn't look like they're going to do much. There's quite a force here that they cannot really take on. They're going to scout this expansion, but no, that'd be a bit bold to take that expansion so early. So we got, they're on, oh, looks like we got Dunamai trying to sneak a gold back here, but he's got to be careful. These bases are often scouted if someone throwing out some units. These things are almost better because sometimes people don't think to actually look up there unless they're flying air units past. But he's going to try it, see if it works out, and quick figure out what kind of build he's got going. Looks like he is going to be investing into roaches now. Oh, but he's getting Spire Tech and Burrow and Infestors. Whoa, 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 whoa. I can assume the Burrows for the Infestors, but going Muta Infestor, that's going to be really hard to do at this stage. We're going to have to see if he can pull that off. And he's going to need to take the gas here instantly if he wants to try this. I mean, forget the gold minerals. Go for the gas. That's exactly what he needs. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to take this expansion just for the gas when there are much more accessible bases nearby. In fact, why didn't you just take this base? Really? Was it really? It's the only thing I can think of is he wants to take this early so he can mine it out before it's discovered. But it also means he can't defend it. We're going to have to see if that works out, though. It looks like Contrarian is getting Archon production, so it looks like he went the quick Templar route, too. But I don't think he got Psystorm. No, he has not yet researched Psystorm, and those links are still poking around. Oh, but they're going to get caught by those units and take a little bit of damage. It could have been worse. If he'd thrown down some force fields there, it could have been a lot worse. Oh, but that poor Zealot did not get the message in time from the Lings, and it is going to go down, and they are going to have now seize control of the Watchtower and have center map control. Bocephus getting out that observer, though, so he'll be able to kind of spot what's going on here. I don't think we have an observer for Contrarian yet. We do have a lot more gateways, though, so he is definitely going in for some heavy Zealot Archon. Don't know if he's going to be getting many more sentries, though, but we'll see. and researching or investing in that shield upgrade, which if he's going for heavy Archons, I think is a good idea. That Observer's in a dangerous position. If Contrarian gets an Observer of his own out there, that thing is going to pretty much instantly die to all those Archons. But no, Observer is going to move on, kind of scout what's going on, seeing another base here. This one looks misset too. Maybe this one is fine. Maybe it's just the base is arranged oddly, because this one looks offset as well, but I wouldn't think he would have done that again. So it's sometimes hard to tell with these things. I'm not an expert. Oh, another Observer. So he's going to have 2 Observers working the map, seeing what's going on. If he stays a little bit, he will see this expansion. Looks, wow, Contrarian is expanding like crazy, and Spartan's got a planetary up here. Not sure if this was necessary. I mean, they've got a pretty good front right here. It's going to be hard to hit this base, but we'll see. I mean, the mules and the energy. Yeah, he's got a couple planetaries. It's really going to hurt his economy. He's only got 1 orbital up. It's going to make it really hard to get the resources that he needs. And he's starting to pump out those medevacs, but definitely he needs more minerals. He doesn't have the minerals. And he does have the energy for some mules, however, but not yet acquiring them. Oh, we got the pretty late roach speed for someone that's going fast broodlords. Well, I guess he's going fast infester broodlords. And he does have these gas up, but he's not mining from them. He needs to mine these gases. Now, it looks like he does have a little bit of gas saved up early, and whoa, we do have an engagement here. Actually, I think we better back that up because I don't want to miss that engagement. Whoa, back it up there. That looked like a pretty sizable engagement. I do not want to miss it. But we do have this Observer that's kind of keeping an eye on things. Speed this up to the engagement. When do they move out? That is not moving out. There we go. Now we're going to get to move out. What do we got here? Just some Zealots and some Stalkers. A couple of Stalkers back there, but the armies are all split up, which means Contrarian can just kind of slowly pick them off, but they are going to respond quickly, get in there. The Roaches are way in the back, which is not going to be good for them, and we're going to get down to a Psystorm there on the Stalkers, and Zergling's running around the back, which is going to pick off a couple of Stalkers, but these force fields are really going to keep the Roaches going to have to run around that. The Stalkers can't quite get in there, the Immortal can't get in there, and these Archons, it looks like they will eventually fall, and then Contrarian is going to have to pull back. I don't know if that engagement was worth it, but we checked the units lost. Contrarian has lost a lot. Both of our Protosses have lost quite a bit. It looks like Spartan's the only one that hasn't lost a lot because he hasn't really done anything since he first kind of poked out with his Marines, which, you know, you tend not to lose a lot if you don't do anything. But he's working on his army. He's getting building armor. That's kind of strange at this point in the game, and he's getting ship plating. I guess he wants his medevacs not to die. Interesting upgrades at this point in the game, but we'll see if that works out. If his medevacs, oh no, there's some more medevacs. I would say if his medevac. And it looks like Contrarian has ceded center map control. Is not going to keep anything on that watchtower, and this Observer is going to see there's nobody there, and they can take that watchtower anytime they want. Oh, and these Stalkers smell blood. They smell an expansion. I don't think they've spotted it yet. No, they haven't, but they know there's got to be an expansion there somewhere, and they're going to try to take it out. Which makes it interesting why he would take that expansion when it's not really that accessible to him. And it's going to be a lot harder to defend. Oh, they're going to hit that Overlord, which does have the Overlord speed. That's kind of weird. Oh, Corruptor's on the way, which means the Broodlords are going to be coming pretty soon, but they're not going to be in time to save this expansion, which is not really up and running yet, but it's going to be a pain to have to try to reestablish that. He's going to want to just have to take this base back here because he's going to need the gas. If he's going to start ramping up his Broodlord production, he's definitely going to need the gas. And is there any move? Well, he's going to counterattack with 6 Roaches. Against 3 Cannons and an Archon, I'm not liking their chances. Of course, if the Archon doesn't want to get in on, there goes the Archon. Yeah, and he's going to quickly, oh, they're going to get a surround on the Archon, but Archon's pretty good at Lings, and then the Zealots are going to help try to finish that off, so I don't think that engagement was a really interesting counterattack. He didn't really come in with a lot, and here comes Spartan running in at the very end there to help out. But I think it was unnecessary. It was not a very committed attack. Just a handful of units easily deflected. I mean, 3 cannons and an Archon were enough to hold off long enough to warp in some reinforcements, and that was all there was to it. And oh, these Stalkers are really on the prowl now. Contrarian likes to get active with the Stalkers, and he's going to find himself a lot of creep. how did he get the creep way over here? Is there? Oh, there. Oh, I've always wondered about doing this, getting a queen inside of an overlord and then just start creeping like crazy. He doesn't have any observer. Oh, but the queen's not gonna make it out of there. Her creeping days are at an end, and a quick scan is gonna try to let him. Well, he's not gonna be able to get the. Not sure why he dropped that changeling. Well, he's gonna try to get some of those creep tumors, but I don't think he's gonna be able to get all of them. But he did spot the changeling. He's like, wait a minute. I don't remember bringing a zealot with us. Could be wrong. And it looks like Dunamai's now going into Ling mode. Did he ever get he did get those brood lords, but he seems to be switching it up into Lings. I believe he does have metabolic boost. He does not have the adrenal glands. He has hive tech, but no adrenal glands. And still running low on minerals. He needs another expansion. Why has he not taken this base yet? He lost one base. He almost needs to replace it with two, but not any expansion. He cannot fund his economy on this. There's no way he can fund this economy on two bases. Well, on one base. This base no longer counts. This base doesn't count. There's 150 here. Yeah, he's got less than 200 minerals left of that base. He's going to be broke soon if he does not expand. And did Contrarian ever get an observer with this army? He did not. And still got a bunch of roaches, and now he's getting infested. I'm not really sure what kind of build he's going for here right now. He still just kind of getting a little bit of everything. Might want to throw down that Hydralisk Den just in case you need it, and an Ultralisk Cavern. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Oh, and a Baneling Nest. Don't want to forget that Baneling Nest. And now we got Bocephus going to take this expansion. But where's Dunamai's expansion? Oh, he's going to try to take this base again. I think this is a huge mistake. Contrarian has got very active Blink Stalkers out now, and he's already spotted it once. He knows that it's a tempting target. You might want to take it again. And oh, he's throwing down cannons, which is going to make it impossible to reinforce if he happens to try to take that base. And right now, he could warp in two zealots and he warp in one zealot right now and lock this down. And what are these stalkers doing? It's an interesting spread right there. And this handful of Lings, I don't know what they're up to. And let's just probe transfer there to get this base saturated as quickly as possible. And with these cannons up, that's going to shut down a lot of anything they want to do there. And if Dunamai tries to transfer any drones here, it's not going to work out very well for him. There we go. Now he's taking another base. He needs to. He almost needs to take this one as well. Oops, I'm messing with the colors. Woo! Let's play with the colors. That was fun. So it is not looking good right now for these guys. And wow, Bocephus has a lot of money, and he is maxed out. Why is he not doing anything with this army? And oh no! Oh, we got Contrarian's gonna get a fleet beacon. What is he switching up into? He's got to be carriers, or at least a mothership, I think. But assuming he's getting air weapons 1, I'm thinking he's going for the carriers. And here come a bunch of Lings, but cannons are pretty good against Lings, and especially in these numbers. It doesn't take much for them to kill. They might get a couple of these cannons, but those will be easily replaced. And what he loses in Lings is not going to be anywhere near what he's going to take down in cannons. That is just not going to do it. Oh, but it looks like we have a bit of an engagement here. It looks like Bocephus is finally going to get active with his army. Contrarian's like, I'm not going to have any of that except... Oh, a quick blink, and that Psystorm's going to completely whiff, except for the Archons, which were probably going to die anyhow, since they were the only targets left in the area. So it looks like the Dunamai and Bocephus are going to try to take center map control, and we do have the Broodlords out with some Corruptors. I don't know if the Corruptors are necessary. There's a lot of Blink Stalkers here that can help defend those Broodlords. If you keep your army together, you can make these all into Broodlords, and I think that would be fantastic. And Contrarian looks like he's going to come back and defend his base. Did he see that? He had to have seen that creep. He has to know that base is here again, but he's not going to attack it. Maybe he thinks that's creep left over from before. Oh, wait, no, yes. Oh, he doesn't have to worry about that now. He's got some roaches at this expansion, which isn't really doing anything unless he already retreated his pros, but I think Spartan is going to take care of that pretty handily. And nope, the Nexus is not going to go down. And there are a lot of Marauders in there. These roaches have got to go away, but oh, they're going to get intercepted, and several more are going to get sniped. And it looks like the Broodlords are going to come to try to take out this base. Maybe. Nope, instead they found themselves a couple of Stalkers. And it looks like Bocephus is going to use that extra money to cannon up this attack path. And we even got some Ravens worked in here. Do we have the Seeker Missile? We don't have the Seeker Missile, but he is going to have level 3 armor on both his infantry and his air force here in a moment. And these cannons are just finishing. What are these drones doing? He already knows there's cannons here. How could he possibly think he can get some drones through there? And we'll never know because... Oh, we got some infestors there. They're going to get down some fungals. It looks like they're going to... Yes, they're going to get down one fungal. We need to see more fungal. Oh, and Psystorm. Oh, that is huge. And that one's going to miss a little bit, but just the fungals and the Psystorms are going to devastate this army. Oh, you do not want to sit there inside a Psystorm like that. Obviously, a fungal, you don't have much of a choice, and the fungals are going to continue. And with the Broodlords sort of backing this up, you need to get the Broodlords in there so they can get all shooting, get all those Broodlings out there, and some more Psystorms are going to go down, but I just see this one Templar left. If I could click on him, he does still have another Psystorm, but it looks like they are going to clean this up. And Spartan did manage to save his medevacs. Maybe those armor upgrades were worth something there. And 3 Marauders. So they're going to have control of this flank right now, but it looks like, oh, Contrarian's got his carriers out, but if Dunamai's paying attention to his creep, he's going to see them. But what is he going to do about it? He does have corruptors, but they're way over here with the Broodlords. Oh, no, they're right here now. The Broodlords are going to move out. I can't believe this space is still standing. Seriously, Contrarian? Yeah, he's going to... You don't need that many Zealots, and now you're going to suddenly say, oh, great, there's Broodlords here. And they're going to quickly get distracted by the Broodlings and not going to be getting on to the... Yeah, you want to take down that expansion, and that'll quickly go down. And now they're going to know there's Broodlords in the area, and here come the Stalkers. Oh, and those drones are going to go right in there to their death. Oh, all these drones are going to die. And yeah, you want to pull back here. You got to make them come to you, and then blink underneath. Well, I guess maybe you don't have to blink. Yo, now you got to blink. Now you got to blink. Blink underneath. Blink underneath. You've got to blink underneath. You're not blinking. You have blink. Please use it. Yeah, and the roaches are right there. Blink, 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 blink. Oh. These Broodlords would be dead right now if he'd used his blink, but oh, now they are dead. And what's he getting here? He's going to get a couple more drones. I don't know what that blink was actually going to accomplish. You needed to blink past them. And now Contrarian is just filling in a bunch of carriers on this side of the map and the mothership. Those Langs aren't going to do it. These bases over here are in big trouble. Those spores are not going to be enough. And now the Broodlords are all dead. He's making more Corruptors, getting level 3 upgrades for his Zerglings and his Broodlings. Did he ever get the Crackling upgrade? He did not get the Crackling upgrade. Did he get any air upgrades? He did not get any air upgrades. Oh, and this carrier force is moving out right now, but they got to watch out because there's a big force here for Bocephus. It's going to be knocking at his back door here in a second, but I don't think Dunamai's going to care about that because he is about to lose his base, which he's not even getting gas from. How is Dunamai funding his army? Oh, I think this is going to be more than enough to clean up this base. I don't think they've got enough to stop it right now, but this could turn into a base race situation, though. And right now, I got to give the money to this carrier force because they don't have anything that can stop it. And this is just an expansion. If they're going to go right into the heart of their, oh, of course, Spartan's going to pull out. The base race scenario could be a bit more plausible, but there's still a lot that you're going to need to take out here, and they still haven't taken out all these cannons. I guess they're going for that expansion since it's a little softer target, but meanwhile they're losing an awful lot. And do they have any vision of this right now? No, they can't see anything right now but the mothership. But the mothership will go down pretty quickly to Corruptors, but then again the carriers are going to snipe. Oh, and the mothership is going to survive. And soon she will be regenerating those shields, and the Corruptors are going to start again. But no, here come the Stalkers. They're going to blink, and they are going to get the mothership, and now all the carriers are exposed. But is it going to be enough? That is a lot of carriers, and they still have not taken out this base. What have they been doing over there? And now here comes Spartan to help defend it. They do have a bit of a high ground advantage, though, and quite a few mortals. And here comes some Psystorms. Another one? Is he going to have another one to shoot off? Doesn't look like it. And it looks like they are going to defend this, and now they're scrambling right now. I don't think there's anything they can do. They can't stop these carriers. And he's going to try. He's getting out a Corruptor, and Viking or Phoenix are awful against carriers. You get enough of them, you might be able to thin out the interceptor numbers, but they're not going to do anything against carriers. And look at that. They're trying to take down one. Nope, they couldn't even bust down the shields. And Dunamai is going to lose this expansion yet again, but I think it's moot at this point because this game is over. And it looks like the team of Contrarian and Spartan are going to win this series 2-0 against Dunamai and Bocephus. And it seemed like game one was a lot closer, so maybe choosing their preferred races created more of an imbalance than they were anticipating. I don't know. Hard to say. And a quick fungal on 4 interceptors. That's not really going to do that much. And we're just waiting patiently for the GG. And there's the GG from Dunamai once his last hatchery was gone. And looks like Bocephus is going to try to get out some last-second Void Ray. A last-second Void Ray. Nope, and there's the GG. So that's going to be 2-0 for the team to the south. I hope you enjoyed this game, and have a day.